Imagine sitting at your desk. You've got like 4 stunning 4K monitors, perfectly silent. No heavy fans blowing hot air on your legs. So where is your PC? Well, it is a literal football field away. Welcome to your custom deep dive.
Yeah, that is the dream setup, right?
Right. And when you browse a site like HDTVSupply, well, they've been supplying global AV gear for 25 years. So you are looking at thousands of matrix switchers and complex control systems. It's basically a massive digital haystack.
Oh, absolutely. Staring at hundreds of drop-down menus is, the definition of information overload.
Exactly. So our mission today is to pull out one very specific heavy-duty needle to save you from spec sheet fatigue. We are looking at the SmartAVI HDX-XT-4P-S Quad-Head KVM Extender Kit.
And we really want to cut through all that noise to explain the actual engineering marvel happening inside this hardware. Because the core problem this kit solves is distance. We're talking about taking 4K HDMI video signals at a 30 Hz resolution, along with stereo audio and USB, and extending them up to 330 feet.
Which is about 100 meters, right?
Exactly, 100 meters using just a standard CT5, 5E, or 6 cable. And that's where the physics of this get really interesting.
Okay, let's unpack this, because I have to push back right away. I mean, 330 feet is the length of an entire football field.
Yep.
I love the idea of keeping my computer's noisy, heat-generating brain locked in a climate-controlled closet while its eyes and hands, the monitors and keyboard, sit quietly at my desk. But wait, standard CT5.
Yeah, just regular CT5.
The same cheap blue cable that struggles to load my email sometimes is carrying 4K video feeds that far. How is that physically possible without a massive data bottleneck?
I mean, that's exactly why this isn't just a basic adapter. What's fascinating here is how it handles that massive data flow to achieve its quad-head capability.
Quad-head, meaning the 4 screens.
Right, 4 simultaneous screens. It sends the video entirely uncompressed, and it pulls this off over that extreme distance using something called automatic input equalization.
Okay, translation, please.
Yeah.
How does equalization stop my 4K video from turning into a pixelated mess halfway down the field?
So think of the data like a runner in a relay race. Over long distances, an electrical signal naturally loses energy, right? It gets tired and distorts.
Makes sense.
Automatic input equalization acts like a dynamic signal booster. It constantly measures the incoming signal quality and actively corrects the loss, essentially handing off a perfectly refreshed baton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so despite pushing 4 heavy 4K signals through that standard cable, the data arriving at your monitors is mathematically identical to what left the computer. Zero loss in visual quality.
That is wild. So what does this all mean for my actual desk setup? I have my 4 pristine screens, but how am I actually interacting with the computer without a ton of input lag?
Well, the system cleverly divides its USB architecture to solve that. For your basic inputs, it uses standard USB 1.1 ports with built-in hardware emulation. And, emulation is critical here.
Right, because it means the receiver box constantly talks to your PC, pretending to be the mouse and keyboard. So the computer actually thinks the mouse is permanently attached, meaning it won't suddenly hang up or search for drivers if there's a micro interruption.
You got it. And for everything else, it features 2 transparent USB 2.0 ports. Transparent meaning there's no software translation getting in the way.
So I just plug in a flash drive or a webcam at my desk.
Yep. And your distant PC recognizes it instantly, exactly as if it were plugged straight into the motherboard. It is a true plug-and-play system.
No fighting with weird network IP configurations, just instant access. Now, engineering uncompressed transmission across a facility usually carries, like, a brutal enterprise price tag.
Yeah, it is serious hardware. The manufacturer's suggested retail price is $1,799.
Ouch.
But what's interesting for project builders is that HDTVSupply currently has it marked down to $577.15.
Wait, really? That is a huge drop.
Yeah, and it comes back with a 1-year SmartAVI warranty, too.
Yeah.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, this kind of tech fundamentally changes how we design our environment. It's not really about cables. It's about physically severing the human workspace from the heavy hardware. Power users get perfectly silent, heat-free zones without sacrificing a single pixel or a millisecond of responsiveness.
You aren't forced to build your office around a noisy metal box anymore. I love that. So we'll leave you with this final thought to mull over. If you had the power to instantly beam a pristine, uncompressed 4-monitor 4K setup the length of an entire football field without ever moving your actual PC, well, where would you build your ultimate dream workspace?